Terry Anzur has agreed to join us this morning. This is a familiar personality to Chicago viewers. She is a reporter for WBBM television here, CBS News in Chicago, and you went to a store to do a stand-up and a report and analysis on this thing. The stand-up is where you obviously stand. What had to happen? What did you do?
Well, the store lent me a Cabbage Patch Kid. They had 150 of them back in the storeroom that they were preparing to sell all at once at a sale so they could be fair to everybody and not just sell here and there. They lent me one to do a stand-up, and they had to post 2 people as guards at either end of the toy store aisle because there were so many frustrated mothers and Christmas shoppers in the store looking for those dolls, and they would have paid a good price to get that doll.
We have a report from Terry, which we will show you in just a moment. I've heard reports of people in sleeping bags and queuing up at... is there a general... What can you say about the Chicago situation, if anything? Is there any...
That parents who want their children to be happy on Christmas morning will do virtually anything to buy those dolls. They will sleep out in their cars. They send their older brothers out to sleep out in the car all night, wait in line all night, and they want to be first in line in the morning when those dolls go on sale because it's got to be under that Christmas tree, and anything they have to do is worth it.
They weren't original, though. They were the mass-produced product. Terry.
There are some dolls that you can buy for quite a bit more money that are the originals of what we now know as the Cabbage Patch Kids. They started in a small town in Georgia where a designer had an idea for these dolls, and they're handmade. They look very much like the mass-produced dolls, but they're hand-designed. And this was the designer, Xavier Roberts, who sold the patent to Coleco, and now we have this big marketing bonanza. And these callers are recounting experiences that are definitely not unique. I mean, they happen all over the Chicago area. We heard one story about 2 women who fought over a doll to the extent that the doll was ripped to shreds and was unsaleable. So at least the gentleman who was a security guard ended up with a doll. People wait in line from 2 o'clock in the morning and they don't even get a doll.
I just don't understand this at all. You made a statement about Christmas and you wait in line for your children and that's going to make a happy Christmas. Is that what this has come to? Has advertising gotten us to a point where if we don't have one of these dolls for either my grandchild or one of my nieces...
Then you failed as a grandparent or a parent.
Is that where we are?
That was a question I put to many of the shoppers that I met in the stores. And I said, why? Why can't you just give something else with as much love and provide a happy Christmas that way? And the answer was always the same. They said, have you ever looked at a little girl's face, a little boy's face, when they look at you and say, Mommy, it's the only thing I want?
The other phenomena is the Care Bear. I have 2 nieces. All they want is a Cabbage Patch Kid and a Care Bear, and you can't find either one of them.
Let me share with you Terry Anzur's report, which we should say to you is somewhat dated. You'll hear a future reference to Thanksgiving on this tape, which will tell you that it's a couple of weeks old. This report Terry put together for CBS here in Chicago actually reported on the developing phenomenon. Since this report, of course, the hysteria has heightened. But it's all here, that is to say, the information about this doll. Roll tape, here's Ms. Anzur.
The Cabbage Patch Kids are perhaps the most asked-for toy this Christmas season. Asked for mostly by little girls who are convinced these are more than just dolls. Each one comes with adoption papers, personality traits, and a name chosen by a computer. No 2 names are alike, according to the Coleco Toy Company, which expects to sell 2 million dolls before Christmas and promises to send an annual birthday card to the owner of each one.
I promise to be a good parent to my Cabbage Patch Kid.
TV commercials have helped to create such a demand for the doll that the Illinois Attorney General's office is investigating why parents who try to buy one in the Chicago area often find only an empty shelf.
Hopefully you keep looking, you're trying to find the right store that has it, you know, and they all have them advertised, but no one has them.
Have you ever looked at a little girl's face when she says, Mommy, that's all I want, or I want a baby of my own? You keep looking.
Some shoppers already are making plans to camp out all night at a Wheeling toy store where 150 dolls will be sold on Thanksgiving Day.
We will limit it to 1 per person. We feel this way. Everyone, at least 150 people, will have a chance at getting them, as opposed to letting 1 person come in and take them all.
Of course, finding and buying the doll is only the beginning. Next comes a long list of accessories that are on the market for the care and feeding of Cabbage Patch Kids. There is the Cabbage Patch stroller, the Cabbage Patch slumber bag, the Cabbage Patch Snuggle Carrier, and the Cabbage Patch Tea Set. And what self-respecting Cabbage Patch kid would want to be seen wearing something other than a Cabbage Patch designer outfit at around $10 a piece?
Coleco, please hold. Coleco, please hold. Coleco, please hold.
Coleco bought the Cabbage Patch concept from a doll designer who charges hundreds of dollars for his original creations handmade in Georgia. But the mass-produced dolls that sell for under $25 have a legend of their own. It began when a small boy named Xavier discovered the homeless children in a cabbage patch and began seeking homes for them.
They feel like they're real and they look like they're real babies. And I like them very much, and I want another one for Christmas.
The Cabbage Patch legend has it that the craze could go on as long as there are children looking for love and parents who want to make sure they're not disappointed on Christmas morning.
Thanks to Terry Anzur in Channel 2 here in Chicago for letting us use that piece. Here's the birth certificate. I mean, no kidding. You ready now? Watch this. Ronnie, I want to see the live shot here. Look at this.